Hey guys, my name's Savannah, and I'm here to tell you how I found my spirituality. Spirituality and religion can be as separate or as intertwined as you want them to be, depending on you and your personal preference, beliefs, and all of that. Okay, but we've become kind of disconnected, or I know it's not the case everywhere, but where I'm from Alabama, the Bible Belt, which means the only thing I knew growing up was Christianity. When I was growing up, we went to Church of Christ, which is one of the more stricter forms of Christianity, where women had to wear dresses, they were not allowed to speak, no music was allowed, all sorts of things, right? All sorts of things. So that's all I ever knew. And I didn't resonate with it. It didn't connect to my inner being at all. We went every Sunday, and I listened to the preacher talk about acceptance and love thy neighbor and all of these things, and then I witnessed the opposite in the people of the church. It felt to me that the only reason a lot of these people went to church was for the social status it gave you, and to stand around after church and talk badly about the people who weren't present, which I didn't like. It didn't sit well with me. When I got older, I went to different churches with my friends, and they were different types of Christianity, like Baptist or Pentecostal or, whatever they were. And I saw the same things. So from a very early age, I got really turned away from organized religion because this was my experience with it, and it didn't sit well with me. So I kind of drifted along lost for a really long time and felt disconnected from everyone and from any type of higher power. I was hesitant to say what religion I was because it didn't feel right to me. Nothing seemed right. And then I was always interested in magic and what I now know to be like psychic abilities and metaphysical, otherworldly type things. And so was my mother and my grandmother, but it was also considered taboo to believe in such things or talk about such things. So whereas my grandmother would happily talk about it with me and openly say that she had seen spirits and whatnot, my mother would seem really interested, but then shush me if anyone was around. So I grew up thinking that type of stuff wasn't allowed and was frowned upon and whatnot. And then I got older, and one day I came across, backing up, I learned yoga. And if you know anything about yoga, it leads you into meditation, which leads you into energy, which, leads you into spirituality. And so this really resonated with me. I loved it. I loved every aspect of it. And the deeper I got, the more it just filled my heart with joy. And the more I wanted to learn and embrace. And I'm still to this day learning. I filled out a survey one time. And, they always want to know your gender, your age, your religious stuff. So there was a box that said spiritual but not religious. And I was like, wow, that's me. That's it. That's amazing. Yes. And so from then on, I just felt like I had finally finally found my place in the universe. I finally knew what I was. And before, as I thought there wasn't a name to what I believed in, because I wasn't even 100% sure what I believed in myself. I just kind of knew aspects of what I believed in, but there was no name to it. And I have never felt more connected to myself or my fellow humans. I have never felt more connected to my world and source energy. And ever since I have found myself and connected my spirituality, to every aspect of who I am and in my life, I feel unstoppable. I feel like I can do anything. And I really want that for you too. I want you to know where you are in this world, and I want you to feel like you have a purpose. I want you to be at peace with who you are and what you believe in, and I want you to feel connected to other people, because I felt so alone for so long, and that was a miserable feeling. That was a horrible, depressive feeling. I am so different from those who knew me years ago, because I was dark. I felt lost and trapped in this world. And I see it all the time. I see it in both directions. I see people who are very religious, who have light in their life and happiness, and this is the same thing. It's the same thing. And then I see people who have none of that, and they seem lost. They feel pessimistic, that life is not good. They feel that life is dark and that they're limited in what they can do to help the world or help each other or help themselves. And they're lost in the scars that life has put on them. And I want that to change for you, like it changed for me, because my whole world opened up when I finally connected to source energy. However you feel, however you connect, however you define your religion or your spirituality, doesn't matter to me. I just want to help you connect to it daily and incorporate it into your life. Because when you find the love for yourself in it, and the acceptance for yourself and the world that is created by it, beautiful and magical things can happen.